What if I told you you could build a fully functional web app, analyze data like a consultant, and create an investor ready pitch deck without writing a single line of code? No developers, no technical background, just you, your laptop, and plain English. And no, this is not one of those AI will do everything magically videos. I'm going to show you exactly how this works, step by step, using a tool called Claude Code. By the end of this video, you won't just understand it, you'll know how to actually build something real. See, the biggest shift happening right now is this. Earlier, building meant coding. Now, building means thinking clearly. The people who win today are not the best coders, they are the best communicators of ideas. And tools like Claude Code are basically turning your thoughts into products. So instead of asking, how do I code this? You start asking, how do I explain what I want clearly? That's the game. So let's start from zero. You install Claude Code, open it, and you'll see three main areas. One is where you talk to it, one is where it builds, and one is where you iterate. Think of it like this. One part is your brain, one part is your builder, and one part is your collaborator. Now, before you even build anything, you create a simple project folder. This step sounds boring, but it's actually where most people mess up because if your structure is messy, your output will be messy, so you keep it clean. One folder, clear files, and most importantly, a place where Claude can remember what you're building. People think AI replaces developers. No, it replaces confusion. Now let's build something real. Imagine you want a job tracker app. Most people would say, build me a job tracker. And that's exactly why they get average results. Because AI is not magic, it's precise. Instead, you say something like, I want a clean, modern job tracker where I can add jobs, track status like applied or interview, set reminders, and see everything in a dashboard. Notice the difference? You're not asking, you're describing. Well, here's where things get interesting. Instead of jumping into building, Claude actually starts asking you questions. It behaves like a developer. It might ask you, do you want login? Or is this for one user or multiple users? And this part is where the real magic happens because now you're not using AI. You're collaborating with it. Remember, the quality of what you build is directly proportional to the clarity of your thinking. Once your idea is clear, you switch to execution mode. And this is where Claude literally starts building your app. Front end, back end, structure, everything. You just sit back and watch. And yes, the first time you see this happen, it feels unreal. Then you run it locally, open your browser, and suddenly you're looking at a real product that came from your thoughts. So you didn't learn coding, you learned clarity. You can say, add a feature where I paste a job description and it generates a resume and cover letter. And just like that, your simple app becomes a powerful product. This is where most people miss out. They stop at it works, but the real game is making it valuable. Now let me show you what actually separates beginners from pros. Claude has something called commands, skills, hooks, and agents. And instead of overcomplicating it, think of it like this. Commands are shortcuts, skills are reusable intelligence. Hooks are automation, and agents are like having multiple assistants working at once. So instead of doing one thing at a time, you can literally have multiple AI systems building, fixing, and improving your project simultaneously. This is where speed becomes unfair. The future is not AI versus humans, it's humans with AI versus humans without AI. Now let's switch gears. You upload a dataset. Maybe it's sales data, maybe customer data. Instead of asking, analyze this, you ask, what are the key trends, what's driving revenue, and what should I focus on? And Claude doesn't just answer. It writes code, runs analysis, creates charts, and then turns everything into a business report. You didn't learn Python? You learned how to ask better questions? Imagine you have a startup idea. You ask Claude to research your market, competitors, and trends. Then you say, turn this into an investor pitch deck, and it builds your slides. Problem, solution, market, business model, everything in minutes. What used to take days now takes clarity. So here's the truth. The hardest part of building is no longer coding. It's thinking clearly. If you can explain what you want, you can build almost anything. And that's not the future. That's already happening. If this opened your mind, don't just watch, build something. Start small, stay consistent, and subscribe for more such informative videos.